You already know this, but I'll remind you that I've survived 500 days in my world. Starting from scratch, I've evolved to a pretty decent level. I want to put together all of my survival experiences and show you how it all went down. Here comes my first day. I spawned in a spruce forest and I started looking around. I got some wood and made some basic tools. I got some food. Evening approached, I went to the first mine. I got some coal and my first iron. I had my first iron tools. I made myself iron armor. The second day comes. I set out on my quest for adventures. I found a village and a place for my future settlement. There was nothing interesting in the village. I had already set up my first things. Cut down trees. I killed my first mob. The second day was coming to an end. I had enough wood to build the foundation of my house. I just get the wood and build the walls. Then I sleep. I finished the main entrance. Then I did the roof and I also finished the floor. It was getting close to evening and went to bed. I decided to make windows for my house, got some sand, glazing my house and making decorations for it. So we went to bed. I woke up and got some wood. I finished the decorations around the house and started building the roof. And so another day went by. I spent the morning and afternoon getting wood and fixing, putting up the windows. And finally on the evening of the 7th, I finished the house. And then the sleep schedule. I put up a little interior decoration in my house, then I got ready to go to the mine. After running 300 blocks, I came across a mine. I decided to run into it. I was digging up all the ore I could find, and then I was greeted by the permanent inhabitants of the cave. Creeper, spider, and of course the Enderman. I kill the Enderman and nothing falls out of him, so I keep running. I'm digging up the coal again. I decided to take a little break because I forgot to make a very important thing. This shield. I dig up iron and then I come across redstones, which will be very useful for crafting clocks. I don't know where I'm going, but this is the real zombie land. I dig up the last of the coal and head home. I put everything I've got in the chest. I expanded the bed a little bit because it wasn't producing much fruit. Day 10, I continue farming and I go on a little trip. I came across a small canyon that I decided to go down. There was nothing interesting in it, so I just dug down. I came across diamonds, which is cool because it's my first diamond. There was nothing interesting but lapis lazuli. I'm in desperate need of non-Netherite armor because the Enderman wants to kill me. I wandered into some neighboring mine and made this clever scheme to mine obsidian. Water runs right from the top to the bottom. It coats the lava to form obsidian. I decided to mine some obsidian for the future portal. Nothing interesting happened. I fought a few creepers and mined for useful resources. I spent all 10 minutes of the game day on that and started to get out. And then it was business as usual. In the morning I finally made a clock and it'll be much easier to tell time. I'm getting wood because I want to build something. I'm leveling the surface and chopping down trees. See you next day. I decided to change the lighting in my house. I need more food, so I decided to build a farm. By the evening, I had built something I didn't understand, but I liked it. I continued to make the farm plowing these beds. In the evening, I finished building the farm. I'm still not satisfied with the roof, so I removed the extra fences. It looked pretty nice. I placed chests on the second floor and gave each of them a function. I'm going on a journey to find a spider's web for my bow. At night, I came across a winter biome and decided to go that way. I met a bear and I decided to see if it would attack me or not. I did it for nothing. I was very lucky because I came across an igloo tent. I almost got blown up by a creeper and I decided to go there right away to check it out. Drumroll if there's something inside, and still, yes, I was very lucky. I could go downstairs, but therefore I took a nap. Everything is as usual here. An infected villager and a potion of weakness. I decided to cure the zombie villager. I think it's okay to like and comment on the cured zombie villager. I wrote down the coordinates and started heading back out. I was also killing fish because I was low on food, and it was getting late in the afternoon when I got to the house. I made a trash can out of cactus. I also planted sugarcane by the shore. There were pigs in the woods. I took them back to my house. I got them into a pen and left them there. And expanded the farm a little bit. I didn't sleep at night and ran to kill mobs in the hope of getting a good drop. I thought I had enough because I almost got blown up by a creeper and ran back to the house and started working on my beds again. And then I ran to dig up the flint. I need flint for a flamethrower to make a portal to the Nether. Day number 20, the daily routine of the beds. 18 plus content. I see the portal on fire and I'm going to hell. I really shouldn't have gone to hell so early on. You know what surprised me the most? Peg length. He almost killed me. And why the Nether do they open doors? But still, in spite of that, I went to Nether and got some bone blocks for my farm. So I decided to go back to bring shovels. I didn't bring any. The bone meal sped up the farm. Now that's different. I've got plenty of food. I made a lot of shields. I think that's enough for me. I've got it all. I'm off to hell. I'm greeted again by a Nether with piglins. This is a great moment. Look at this. I wanted to find a fortress, but I ended up finding the Crimson Forest. Nether tests me to find the fortress. I find it, and it's a piglin fortress. I was getting attacked by several raids of piglins. I did some digging and found a double chest of ancient debris. I took it all and went on to explore the fortress. I saw another chest that I wanted to hunt down. I thought it was a very bad idea to go through it. So first, I dug around the side of this fortress, and then I did a little digging at the bottom. All of this can be taken away. I came across another chest with some ancient debris in it. I'm sick of these hogs, to be honest. I went in search of the usual fortress. I wandered around for about 10 minutes and couldn't find anything. I started digging and almost died in the lava. It's a good thing I brought the golden apples with me. Meanwhile, I'm running around trying to find the fortress, but I finally found it. I immediately stole the first chest, and one of them contained a nether wart that I could really use, and the second one was a diamond. On the way, I met some skeletons that I killed. I collected the nether wart and the sand of soul. In the fortress, I also met some blazes that dropped rods. I also came across a whole spawner of blazes where I did some farming. I found a portal and went to bed. I put all the loot in a chest and scrapped together a shovel. I got back to my farm and somehow a creeper got in here. I'm doing chores, and by evening, I've decided to melt down the ancient debris. I was one piece short of making a full netherite ingot. I want to make an enchant table. I collect sugarcane for it and making bookshelves. I've changed my plans a little bit and decided to make a basement for potions. I made a little room next to it with an endless water source and started building the second room. By evening, I finished the construction and set up the stoves. I'm digging my way down the shaft. I've been digging for a long time, and I found diamonds. Look how much coal I got while I was in the mine. Diamonds again! I came across a canyon that looked great. Wow! Spider spawner, and there weren't even any chests. I kill endermen who don't drop anything. Going home, I do chores around the house and put everything in the chest. Day's over, I'm going to bed. I crafted an enchant table, planted my only one sugarcane for future bookshelves, got food, and scrapped diamond boots. I decided to go down and mine again because I realized I don't have enough diamonds. In the biome I live in, I'm not having much luck finding them, and it took me a whole lot of blocks to find those diamonds, and I finally found them. Back through my long corridors, I put everything I had in my chest. I'm going to make the entrance to the mine. I craft a diamond pickaxe and a diamond chestplate. I go traveling again. I swam and ran and decided to spend the night in the forest. Oh, the ice biome. Sugarcane, I came across a new village and decided to spend the night there. I came across a portal and found a chest, nothing interesting in there, so I collect the leather. Now that I had enough cane and leather, I started to go home, but on the way, I came across a portal and decided to check the chest. I'm running back to the house, planting sugarcane and doing the bookshelves. Put up what I have so far, but I can't do without decorations in the house. This is what I consider to be a perfectionist paradise. I'm making a ladder to the pond, and I'm still working on the books. The day started with doing potions, and then I decided to do a little decorating for the portal to Nether. I had to get magma and soul sand, and that's what I got. There were some cows in the woods. I decided to offer them a place to stay. Here's your temporary home. I got trees, and I made a pen for the hogs. The most important detail is the fence gate. That's okay, it happens. I don't understand what this is. I also made a pen for the cows, and now the cows are having a housewarming party. I made a map of my little village and hung it on the stand. I decorated the entrance to the mine and make it look harmonious. I'm traveling again for sugarcane and leather. I arrived at my house at the end of the 44th day, finishing the bookshelves. Now I'm going off to the mine in the hope of getting diamonds. It was time to improvement something, and I decided to improvement a diamond pickaxe and a bow. These are really good enchantments. I've also been working on the decorations. I put 2 paintings in the house that fit in perfectly. I'm removing the ceiling and the mines so I don't have to bang my head on it. Enderman rarely spawn, that's why I always kill them to get pearls. I did huge tunnels hoping to find diamonds, but all I find is lava. I didn't find the next diamond until the end of the next day. I just broke one block and underneath it was 7 pieces of diamonds. I was really lucky. I just got a lot of diamonds and ran home. I went to Nether for quartz to gain levels. When I got back in the evening, I added the diamond sword enchantment and I was very happy with it. I went to bed. I go to Nether again. Then I went after the ancient debris. It's weird, but I had no luck in them right away. I got back in time for the evening and went to bed. I decided to add a spell to my fishing rod and it's luck of the same. I'm going to Nether for a level. I decided to go to the mine again. I swarmed to the fields and decided to stop at the village. Yeah, I found the diamonds right away. I fell into the lava. I was afraid I was going to die, but I forgot that my helmet was enchanted with fire resistance. So with armor like mine, you can't be afraid of anything. I also had a very unpleasant thing happen to me. I broke all my pickaxes. And to get out of the mine, I had to break the stone with my hand. It was a beautiful morning, and then we went home. I had already set up a smithing table to make netherite things. I made myself a diamond pickaxe and then I turned it into a netherite pickaxe. Fortune 3 and efficiency 4. Thank God. It had a lot of diamonds dug up with the silk-touch pickaxe. So I decided to put them down and destroy them with a new pickaxe for Fortune 3. I went to bed and went on to the next day. In the morning, I went to hell to find the ancient debris. I had an uninvited guest waiting for me at home. It was an Enderman. Anyway, a few Ender pearls fell out. Day's over, I'm going to bed. Man, I wonder how many times I said that in the video. I'm building an extra storage unit in the basement right now. I'll finish it tonight and add the chests. I've been digging in Nether for a reason because I've got enough for 2 netherite ingots. I'm upgrading the diamond helmet and I'm also upgrading the chest plate. I went to bed. I'm going back to the igloo tent as promised. I came here to get the mending book. I pumped it up in about 24 hours, so I went somewhere else. But of course, I slept there. Some of you may have noticed that I had an Eye of Ender in my inventory. So as you can probably guess, I went in search of the fortress. The library is what I need because there is probably a mending book in there. I'm also mining the bookshelves. While I was trying to find the portal to the end, I ran into some skeletons. I found the end portal and I started activating it right away. I didn't have enough eyes, unfortunately. On land, I built a huge pillar of sand to make it easier to navigate. I started heading home. I made decorations out of looted bookshelves. I fed the cows. I also made a map. You'll see why. The day is over. Let's go to the next one. I tried to make a map of my area, but I ended up with some crap. Who knows how to make a big map of the area? I needed level 30, so I went to Nether to mine quartz. I didn't need much quartz, so I went back to the portal and made a barrier against the piglins. I got home. Protection 4. Good enchantment. I decided to expand the Nether wart farm because I'll probably need it in the future. Here is the final result. I really like these blocks from Nether. With them looks much more beautiful. And I added enchantments to the diamond pickaxe and its efficiency 4. Day, it's coming to an end. 61 day. Nothing much had happened. I'd been doing chores all day. I've been mining trees and planting crops. Now I'm working on the stairs at the portal entrance. I ran away from the portal and came across a new fortress because I was running low on diamonds. I found a blaze spawner and decided to get some rods. I'm gonna need them. I've already run up to the portal. I decided to do a little parkour in front of it so no mobs would come home to me. So after that, I'm off to the next day. I add enchant to my books. I go to Nether again. Do you also like how the diamond pickaxe breaks netherrack at efficiency 4? I didn't have to worry about the ancient debris. I found it fast. I found about 7 pieces in a game day. I used it to make netherite leggings. I swam a little farther away from my house hoping to find Enderman. I lucked out an Enderman and he fell out a few eyes. I've already gotten 8 of them in a game day. That's enough to activate the portal. I was near a village I decided to spend the night in. I swam home. When I arrived, I crafted the Eye of Ender and prepared to head out to the edge. It took me all day. I meet Enderman at my house, so I swam up to the very tower I built out of sand. We dig down and activate the portal. Yay! I was very well prepared because I even had a pumpkin with me. It's not very easy to hit the crystals, but that's okay because I have the F5 button. After destroying all the crystals, I ran up to the dragon and just killed it with my sword. I thought it was easy enough, but here's where I got really nervous because look how high it threw me. I was saved by Ender's pearls because I was able to teleport to the right moment and not take damage. The moment of truth had arrived. I killed the dragon, now I can go get the experience. And I also got the dragon's egg. I went straight to the Ant Islands in hopes of finding Elytra. Alright, let's go. The first time I came here, I decided to get some Ender's pearls to make it easier to get around. After running around for a while, I came across this huge huge fortress, and I ran out to explore it. I'm greeted by shulkers, I'm gonna need them. I immediately craft a shulker box. The most important thing is not to miss and get the pearls to the ship. I've arrived at the elytra. There's a shulker and some chests. I'm very pleased with the chest with the cool pickaxe. The second chest had a really cool shovel. I'm finally gonna have elytra. I think it's one of the coolest things in the game. I got everything I wanted, and now I can go down to the elytra to find my way home. The game is officially over, and I still have a lot of stuff to do. I showed up at home by my bed, and I thought it was weird. I made a little dragon egg stand outside the house this morning, but I had no luck here. It flew off somewhere. Now I've fixed the lighting in this village. I put decorations everywhere to make everything look more beautiful. This is the intermediate result. I'll add more later on. Day is over. Since I had a lot of levels after killing the dragon, I started enchanting things. But I was not very lucky with enchantments. I'd really like to get a book of, mending, but I'm not having any luck with it. I ran to Nether hoping to kill some skeletons to knock out some heads and summon a wither. I have a sword in loot 3 that plays an important role for me. After running around a bit, I knocked out the first head. The second and the third one came after it. I went back home. In the morning, I breed cows and then finish decorating. I fly away from the house and I want to kill the wither. And after 1,000 blocks, I just dig down. That's pretty cool, by the way. I got lucky on a diamond. Well, this is the big moment. Now I'm doing the wither, and I started shooting him with my bow. By the way, he almost killed me. I got the Nether star in my hands, and I'm very happy. Day 73 begins. I'm flying home on the elytra. I didn't have a lot of resources, so I made a beacon out of iron blocks. I spent the whole 74th day building a small tower and getting wood. I didn't record it, so I'm showing you almost the end result. I'm building it now. I built it to take off on elytra and as a decoration in the village. I also made a secret basement in this tower that leads to the basement of the houses. The day was over. The tower was already finished by morning. I made a big map and flew over the area to expand it as much as possible. I'm sleeping. Another day I'm leveling the surface behind the tower, and that's what I spent the game day on. I leveled the surface to make a fence around the village. I made an entrance, and that's what I did all day. Probably wasn't even a fence around the village, it was just a wall that enclosed the village. I didn't make a fence on the other side. I've also been working on the lighting to keep the mobs from spawning, killing cows and breeding pigs. To add a bow enchantment, I crossed it with my infinity bow and fixed my diamond shoes. For some reason, I felt like I needed to travel and find the jungle. There might be some cool dungeons there, but actually I'm going for bamboo. And just to see the pandas, I was still flying at night. I don't sleep anymore, by the way, because I want to meet the phantoms to fix the elytra. And there is a panda, by the way. These portals with their chests don't make me happy. I'm getting bamboo, and I made my way home. In the neighborhood of my village, I went to the neighboring village, strange as it may sound. I found a villager and gave him the profession of cartographer. I upgraded him because I need a map of the mansion. And you know what happened the next day? He was eaten by zombies. There was another resident in the igloo tent that I could give a profession to, and I went there right away. During the game day, I maxed him out and bought a map of the mansion from him. So I got the map. I'm going to fly northeast. Now I'm going to Nether for some ancient debris. I'm also mining glowstone for potions. I'm melting down ancient debris and making explosive healing potions. Make the first phantoms. I can fix elytra while I'm flying to the mansion. I upgrade my diamond boots to netherite and get the achievement. I spend the day getting ready to go to the mansion. I'm off to fly northeast in search of the mansion. For the first time in 100 days of survival, I find a desert biome and a temple. Careful not to get caught by the dynamite. There's gunpowder in the chest. I just keep flying, and now I'm stopping to fix my elytra. On the map, I'm almost to the mansion. Here's the mansion, mate me. I fly in through the window like a police. I'm greeted by Vex and evokers who I kill immediately. I get the totem of undying. They continue to attack me until I had half of heart. There are so many of them. But anyway, I can't worry because I have netherite armor. By the way, I accidentally threw away a healing potion. It happens. I keep storming the mansion all day long. A skeleton killed a creeper and I got a green music disc, which is really cool. I came across a very interesting room in the mansion, at least one that I liked. I go up on the roof and I came across a spider spawner. I went to the roof to find a secret room. Unfortunately, I dug almost everything on the roof and did not find it. I think I've cleaned up the mansion. I'm gonna craft some fireworks and I'm going home. Day 97, I basically just spent flying around, so there's nothing interesting here. I stopped to fix the elytra. After I flew back from the mansion, I was immediately attacked by phantoms. I spent the day cleaning out my trunks. Subscribe to the channel and put like. See you soon in the next part, guys. Bye bye.